Well, day 14 of Browns training camp is in the books. The Browns did a lot of situational work today, Mary Kay, and one of the highlights, Anthony Schwartz, after a drop early in practice, had a touchdown catch from Jacoby Brissett with the first team.
Yeah, it was a nice, long 36-yarder, and the key for Anthony Schwartz right now is to get his confidence back. We know he had 2 drops in that Jacksonville game. Deshaun Watson said to him, "I'm coming back to you." I think that was key, and you guys know, I still believe in Anthony Schwartz. He just needs to boost that confidence.
And Ashley, we've talked about this with Schwartz. It just seems like he's thinking a lot out there. He's not moving naturally, I guess is one way to put it. And like Mary Kay said, that confidence just isn't there yet.
Yeah, and I think that was, for me, one of the biggest reasons that his absence early in training camp was a little bit concerning, because last year he missed all of training camp with an injury. He was out with that knee strain earlier this training camp. So I think for Anthony Schwartz, it's just about getting more snaps, getting out there and doing it more, because even though he's a really high football IQ kind of player, nothing replicates actually doing it on the field.
Now, Mary Kay, a player we didn't talk about yesterday, Denzel Ward, he is back on the practice field, not doing team stuff yet, but back doing individual drills. We talked to him today. He wouldn't disclose the nature of his injury, but getting Denzel Ward back on the field, especially with Greg Newsome out right now, is important.
Yeah, definitely a welcome sight for the Browns to have their lockdown corner back and also their newly minted $20 million man. So, of course, they need him. The opener is less than 1 month away. And as you mentioned, Greg Newsome is out with a bit of a hamstring injury. So nice for them to have Denzel back. I don't know if he'll do the Eagles practices or not. I think it's a little soon for that. So probably not, but nevertheless, good to have him back.
And a player we also aren't sure if they will have at the joint practices is Myles Garrett. Ashley, he was excused today again for personal reasons.
Right, and that's really all we know. It's nothing physical. There's nothing physically wrong with him in terms of an injury, but Myles Garrett still to be determined if he will be at those joint practices with the Eagles. I think Kevin Stefanski didn't have much for us today on that front.
Okay, so last thing, joint practices Thursday and Friday. It was the last day here for fans, so no fans for those joint practices, Mary Kay. But who do you want to watch with the Browns?
You know, I really want to see David Bell. He is heating up out here, and just over the past couple of days, you can see the lights are really coming on. You know, he's getting over that foot injury, and he's really going to be somebody to watch.
Ashley, what about you?
Well, if you saw my face I made just there for the watchers, I'm shocked Mary Kay stole who I was going to say. We were joking about that before we started recording. So my backup, I'm going to say another rookie. I'm going to go with Martin Emerson Jr., MJ Emerson. He's obviously so physical. He got that great pick 6 against the Jaguars, but I'm really excited to see that physicality and how another team handles that. So I think that's also something to watch. All eyes on the rookies coming into the end of this week.
I'm going to go with Amari Cooper. I think this is going to be our first chance to kind of see Amari Cooper against another opponent. He didn't play in that preseason game, and I want to see, have A.J. Brown on that other side, and those Philadelphia receivers are good. I want to see how Amari Cooper looks against that Eagles defense. I think he should be fun to watch in this setting. We'll cover everything that happened today, everything that happens at the joint practices, everything that happens in between, if anything happens in between, all at cleveland.com/Browns.